Hi, I'm Coach Tyler Lloyd here at CrossFit Des Moines tonight, and we are here to address movement preparation and mobility with Dr. Brock Rosberg of Team Chiropractic, and I will be addressing strategy and efficiency in workout 15-4 from the CrossFit Games Open.
I'm going to look more at the functional movements of each of the lifts there. We'll kind of go through some how to get through the handstand push-up a little bit better, as well as with the clean. Some of the exercises and mobility type things we need to get through in order to make those movements more efficient for you. So the first thing we're going to look at is a good core brace going into motion. So what we'll both do is we'll kind of put our hands on the front of our hips here, and you'll feel those hip bones there, and go ahead and just cough. So that. So as Ty coughs there, his diaphragm up here drops, and which is going to create more pressure through here. That's going to make him more powerful as he goes through the motion of the handstand push-up. And you add the kipping in there, all the more beneficial to the movement. So that's what we're going to start with, is just that core brace. And so as you get into that motion, you want to think about sticking your belly out like you're fat, as opposed to sucking in. So again, you want that pressurized cylinder through there, and that'll make you much more effective at that movement. The next movement we're going to do is going to work on shoulder mobility. So as we go through the handstand push-ups, we're going to have to be able to get through here, so we need good external shoulder rotation. We got Ty using the band here, so you're going to go ahead and loop through. If we loop up and in like that, we're going to have him step forward like he's going to throw a baseball. Right there. Good. And now he can actually go ahead, he feels a good pull right through here, right? Good. And then you can actually use your hand to press him there. And it's going to give us a little bit of that isometric pull so we can get further through the stretch. So we're going to hold for about 8 seconds and then relax and then drive through the next level there. And you'll repeat that as necessary on both sides. The next move we're going to do is going to work on our hip flexor, which we're going to need as we get through that handstand push-up. And then again, as we move up through our clean, we got to get our hips through. And so what we're going to do is tie kind of at an angle here with the band. And this way we can couple the motion. So he's going to come out, stretching the right front of the hip there, that right hip flexor. He's going to come down in a lunge position here. I'm going to jump over. And so right now we're getting into this muscle right through here. And then we're going to have him go ahead and glide forward and away. And now we're kind of coupling that motion. And we're going to get both the extension aspect of the muscle, and we're going to get some of that lateral bend aspect of that muscle to further open the hip. And so on this exercise, we want to go a little bit slower with it. Come forward and away. There we go. Good. That's going to get a nice pull in there. Hold for a few seconds and then back through. Big thing to think about here, don't let your hips go this way. You want to make sure they tuck under so you feel that stretch right away. Otherwise, you're getting the stretch in your low back. That's not helping you through your hip extension.
Hey, it's Coach Ty. Here's some strategy and some tips for 15-4. Looking tomorrow at handstand push-ups, alternating with any form of clean at 185 for gentlemen, 125 for ladies. All right, let's start with the handstand push-ups. Here's the deal. If you have a big tank for this, you're pretty good at this high-skill movement, then what you're going to do is from the jump, you're probably going to kip together as many reps as you can. If you have the movement pattern down, where you're going to struggle when we get to these high rep ranges, right from the jump, you want to keep it in small, manageable sets. If you watched tonight, you saw Scott Panchik right from the jump. Go to that kip and keep it in manageable sets, and in the end, it paid off big time. It paid off big time. When Josh Bridges fatigued, Panchik was able to keep moving. So I would suggest maybe sets of 3 all the way through if you are able to do the handstand push-up, but you are not able to do it in high rep ranges. All right, now I'm going to demonstrate the kipping handstand push-up. This is going to be your most efficient option. You might have saw earlier tonight that Bridges took strict handstand push-ups. He burned out pretty quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set myself up, 3 points of contact on the ground, go inverted, my heels are on the wall. I'll put my butt against the wall, pull my knees down to my chest, and then the drive from the hips to the apex is how I hit a kipping handstand push-up. Control myself down, trying to time my heels against the wall at the top of the press every time. Second movement in 15-4 is the clean anti-variation. Power clean is going to be your most efficient. We're going to talk about cycling the barbell here in a second. Before I go over there and show you though, your hook grip. If you can hook grip, do it throughout the entire thing. Set that thing and let it ride. It's going to save your forearms, right? Shouldn't be a big deal anyways, but anytime you can hook grip, it's more beneficial than if you don't. Cycling the barbell in a clean, it's different than your traditional clean. My feet will not start in jumping stance and flash to a receiving stance. I'm going to set my feet in a position where they're going to remain throughout the duration of the touch and go clean. All right. Second thing, I'm going to snap it up into my power. As I come down, I will brush the hip, touch the ground, and return, pulling the bar back to the top. I want to keep my eyes focused on a singular spot. That way I enhance my balance and I don't lose control of the bar. So when cycling a barbell in a power clean, it looks like this. Under control the whole time. My eyes stay focused on the wall. It's faster, more efficient.